Wine has been part of human culture for over 8,000 years. And today, over 36 billion bottles are consumed globally each year. But have you ever wondered how it's made? From the careful selection of vines to the deep flavors developed during aging, every stage is filled with detail and care. In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of one of the world's oldest and most refined beverages. Did you know wine has been around for over 8,000 years? Wine is an alcoholic drink made by fermenting grape juice. No distillation involved, unlike whiskey or vodka. Wine isn't just a drink, it's an experience. Each sip reveals layers of flavor: ripe fruit, a touch of spice or oak, and smooth tannins that linger. A single 750 milliliter bottle of wine contains about 600 to 800 grapes, nearly a full bunch for every glass you pour. The most expensive bottle of wine ever sold was a 1945 Romane Conti, priced at over $500,000. Grapes for wine are grown in over 70 countries, but the most renowned wine regions are found in France, Italy, Spain, and the United States, known for their ideal climates and centuries-old winemaking traditions. Over 95% of grapevines aren't grown from seeds. They're cloned through a method called cutting. The process starts by selecting healthy, mature vines. These are cut into short segments, about 8 to 12 inches long, each with a growth node. The cuttings are dipped in rooting hormone, then placed in a humid environment, ideal conditions for strong root growth and higher success. Did you know a single healthy vine can produce over 1,000 cuttings in just one season? That's right, 1,000 new vines from just one plant. Now, it's time to plant the grape cuttings. The soil must be well drained and nutrient-rich, creating the ideal environment for the cuttings to take root. And once a vine takes root, it becomes a long-term companion. Once established, grapevines need regular pruning, training, and protection from pests. A well-cared-for grapevine can live over 100 years, and some in Europe are still producing grapes after more than 3 centuries. When harvest season arrives, there are 2 ways to gather grapes: by hand or by machine. Machine harvesting is faster, labor-efficient, and ideal for large-scale vineyards with flat terrain. However, this method can sometimes crush the grapes and mix them with leaves and branches, which requires careful sorting before pressing. On the other hand harvesting allows for more careful selection of each bunch of grapes. This method avoids spoiled fruit, reduces crushing, and helps preserve the natural powdery layer on the grape skins, an important factor for the fermentation process. At the winery, crates of ripe, juicy grapes arrive in waves during harvest season. The first task? Careful sorting. Grapes are inspected to remove leaves, damaged fruit, or unripe clusters. The fresher the grapes, the better the wine. For red wine, grapes are gently crushed, but the skins are kept intact. Why? Because the deep red color, tannins, and much of the aroma all come from the skins. Without them, you'd end up with rosé or even white wine. In traditional wineries, workers crushed grapes by barefoot stomping, strong enough to release the juice, but gentle enough to avoid crushing the bitter seeds. During fermentation, the juice ferments together with the skins, seeds, and pulp. Yeast, either naturally present or added, converts sugars into alcohol. This stage typically lasts from 5 to 15 days, and the temperature is carefully controlled to preserve flavor. Next comes pressing. The fermented mixture, called the must, is poured into a press where gentle pressure extracts the wine, leaving behind skins, seeds, and solids. Then comes filtering. The wine is carefully filtered to make it clearer, more stable, and ready for the next stage, aging. Before aging, wine experts step in. With trained noses and refined palates, they sniff, swirl, and taste each batch, checking aroma, flavor balance, acidity, and texture. Then comes the most romantic phase, aging. Wines are stored in oak barrels, often French or American oak. These barrels add depth, complexity, and subtle flavors like vanilla, spice, and smoke. Did you know? Some premium wines age for up to 5 years before bottling. After aging for months or even years in oak barrels, the wine is finally ready for its last journey, bottling. Before anything touches the glass, each bottle is sterilized with precision. Why? Because even a tiny bit of oxygen or bacteria could spoil the entire batch. Next comes the filling, and it happens fast. A modern bottling line can fill up to 15,000 bottles per hour. Then, a cork or screw cap seals in the flavor and starts the countdown to when the wine will be opened and enjoyed. Each bottle is labeled with pride, telling the story of its origin, grape variety, and vintage year. After that, the bottles are gently placed into custom-designed cardboard boxes. These aren't just for shipping. They protect the wine from light, vibration, and temperature changes. And finally, the wine is sealed, stacked, and shipped, ready to travel the world and bring people together over a shared glass. Get ready to meet one of the fluffiest game changers in sustainable fashion, the alpaca. With over 80% of the world's alpacas living high in the Peruvian Andes, these gentle animals don't just look adorable. They produce one of the softest, warmest, and most eco-friendly fibers on Earth. In this video, we're taking you behind the scenes of alpaca farming and the incredible journey from mountain pastures to luxury fashion runways. Did you know that alpacas are actually the tiniest members of the camel family? Yep, no humps, no drama. And unlike their wild cousins, alpacas are 100% domesticated. In fact, they've been chillin' with humans for over 6,000 years, all the way back to the Inca civilization. Most alpacas live in the high-altitude regions of the Andes, especially in Peru, home to over 80% of the world's alpaca population and the global capital of luxurious alpaca fiber. These fuzzy creatures are eco-friendly too. Their soft feet are gentle on the earth, and they nibble grass without destroying roots, which helps preserve their fragile mountain habitats. There are two types: huacayas, the fluffy teddy bear kind, and suras, which rock sleek, dangling locks like alpaca supermodels. Oh, and they are total sweethearts. They love company, thrive in herds, and are so friendly and curious that they're now being used as therapy animals in hospitals and retirement homes. Who wouldn't want an alpaca as a hiking buddy or a fluffy shoulder to lean on? Many farms and eco-parks choose to raise alpacas because of their gentle, friendly, and curious nature. Alpacas aren't just adorable attractions, though. They're deeply woven into the cultural fabric of Peru. For centuries, alpacas have been valued not only for their incredibly soft fiber, but also as symbols of Andean heritage. High up in the breathtaking Andes Mountains, alpacas roam freely across open pastures, living their best lives on traditional mountain farms. These fluffy creatures are raised in herds by local farmers, often at altitudes up high. The cool, dry climate and rugged terrain are perfect for them, and they've been thriving there for thousands of years. These farms aren't just about livestock. They're a way of life, passed down through generations, blending ancient Andean traditions with modern sustainability. It's alpaca paradise. In recent years, commercial alpaca farming has expanded far beyond the Andes, finding new pastures in places like the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and several European countries. What's driving this global alpaca boom? It's all thanks to the high economic value of alpaca fiber. This modern alpaca farming model is designed with both comfort and sustainability in mind. On these farms, alpacas live in spacious, grassy paddocks, where they can run, play, and graze together in herds, just like they love to do. Their pastures are often rotated to keep the land healthy, and shaded shelters or barns are built to protect them from harsh weather, whether it's strong sun or rain. Alpacas are surprisingly tough when it comes to cold weather. They're built for life in the high Andes, after all. So yes, they can stay outdoors even during snowy winter months. Their thick fleece naturally insulates them from the cold. However, for those that have recently been sheared, have thinner coats, or are still young and not fully grown, farmers give them a cozy little coat or blanket to wear. During the hot season, alpacas get a lot of extra care to keep them cool and comfortable. Farmers make sure they have access to shaded shelters with proper roofing to protect them from the sun, along with fans to keep the air circulating and cool. Their feeding troughs are regularly filled, and they always have fresh, cool water to drink from wide trays. On top of that, alpacas receive routine health checkups, including vaccinations to keep them protected and regular nail trimming to ensure they can walk comfortably. Alpacas are natural grazers with simple diets. In the wilds of South America, they've survived for thousands of years on sparse mountain grasses, so they actually need much less food than most animals their size. On farms, their meals usually include a mix of fresh grass, low-protein hay, and sometimes specialized herbivore pellets to ensure balanced nutrition. They're also regularly let out to pasture, where they can graze freely just like they would in the Andes, peacefully munching away in open fields, exactly how they like it. Alpacas may enjoy free grazing, but it's all done under the careful watch of experienced herders. These herders, often called camelid keepers, guide the alpacas as they roam the pastures, making sure they stay safe and don't wander too far. Once grazing time is over, the herders skillfully round them up, sometimes on horseback, using long ropes or soft whips to gently direct the herd back to the farm. Once a year, alpacas get their big haircut, a carefully planned shearing session to collect their prized fleece. The process is gentle and stress-free. The alpaca is calmly restrained on a soft mat or shearing table to keep them safe and still. Skilled shearers then work their way around the body, starting from the sides, removing the fleece in smooth, even strokes. But not all fleece is created equal. The quality can vary depending on the alpaca's age, breed, diet, and even the environment they live in. Once the fleece is sheared, each batch is carefully sorted by hand into different grades based on softness, color, fiber length, and cleanliness. In places like the US, alpaca fiber is graded by its micron size. That's the diameter of each individual fiber. The rule is simple. The smaller the micron, the softer and more luxurious the fiber. After sorting, the fleece heads off to specialized processing facilities. When the bags of alpaca fleece arrive at the processing factory, things move quickly. First, the fiber is classed one more time to double-check its quality and grade. Then comes scouring and washing. This removes any dirt, dust, or natural oils from the fleece. Once clean, the fiber moves on to picking and carding, where it's fluffed, untangled, and aligned into soft, airy sheets. At this stage, the fiber can also be dyed in a variety of rich, beautiful colors. After the alpaca fiber is cleaned, carded, and dyed, it moves on to the next stage, spinning. Here, the soft fiber is twisted and stretched into fine, strong yarn. This yarn is then woven or knitted into beautiful products through a mix of modern machines and skilled human hands. Whether it's a cozy sweater, a warm scarf, or a luxurious blanket, Each piece is a blend of precision technology and traditional craftsmanship. Alpaca fiber has some amazing natural qualities that set it apart from regular wool. Unlike sheep's wool, it doesn't contain lanolin, a waxy oil that can cause allergies, so it's hypoallergenic and perfect for people with sensitive skin. It's also warmer than wool, but much less itchy, making it super comfortable to wear. Plus, alpaca fiber is also water-resistant and wicks away moisture like cotton, keeping you warm, dry, and cozy no matter the weather. In the fashion world, alpaca fiber is a rising star, loved for its softness, warmth, and elegant texture. Designers around the globe are turning to alpaca for creating luxurious scarves, sweaters, coats, and even high-end runway pieces. But fashion isn't the only place where alpaca fiber shines. Its soft, cuddly feel also makes it a favorite choice for plush toys, especially adorable stuffed alpacas that mimic the real animals. These toys aren't just cute, they're a perfect way to bring a little piece of the Andes into your home. Today, we're heading straight into the fascinating world of sugarcane farming, where billions of tons of this vital crop are harvested every year to create one of the most widely used ingredients on the planet: sugar. In this video, you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how massive sugarcane fields are harvested with the help of cutting-edge technology. We'll walk you through the high-powered machines that make the process fast, efficient, and truly impressive. So, buckle up! Taking center stage is the whole-stalk sugarcane harvester, a powerful specialized machine built to not only harvest sugarcane, but also slice the stalks into neat segments. With an impressive output of 20 to 30 tons per hour, this machine is a true workhorse. At the front, it features counter-rotating base cutters equipped with hardened steel blades that slice the stalks cleanly at ground level, fast and efficiently. Sometimes, before harvesting, farmers burn the sugarcane fields, a practice known as pre-harvest burning. This is done to remove the dry leaves and outer layers of the cane, making the harvesting process faster and cleaner. By burning the field, it also helps to reduce pests and make it easier for machines or workers to access the stalks. Once the harvesters have done their job, tons of freshly cut sugarcane are gathered and loaded onto large transport trucks. These trucks are ready to roll, quickly transporting the sugarcane straight to the sugar processing factories. When the sugarcane-loaded trucks arrive at the factory, they head straight to the receiving area, where powerful cranes or heavy-duty conveyor systems are installed. These automated cranes are designed to lift massive bundles of sugarcane, often weighing several tons, off the truck beds quickly and smoothly. The sugarcane is then fed into massive industrial crushing machines, where the real extraction process begins. These crushers are equipped with a series of enormous, heavy-duty steel rollers designed to apply intense pressure on the thick, fibrous stalks. After the sugarcane passes through the smashing and shredding machines, the fibrous material moves on to the powerful roller presses. The juice extraction process is carefully organized into a multi-stage configuration to maximize yield. In the first stage, about 50 to 60% of the total juice is extracted. As the crushed cane moves through the following stages, the pressure is steadily increased, allowing the rollers to extract an additional 15 to 20% of juice. The byproduct fibrous material, or bagasse, is often used as biofuel to power the boilers in the next stage of the sugar production process. Beyond energy, it also utilized in the production of biodegradable packaging materials, or used as animal feed. After extraction, the raw cane juice contains many impurities and needs to be filtered and treated. After filtration, the cane juice is passed through a large boiler. This equipment consists of large heat exchange pipes, where the cane juice is boiled to kill bacteria and clean any remaining impurities. The juice extracted from sugarcane contains impurities and sediment, which are separated through a mud filtration process. This step helps recover more usable juice, while the leftover muddy residue, often called filter cake, doesn't go to waste. The next stage is evaporation, which aims to reduce the water content in the cane juice. This phase aims to concentrate the juice. Begins with the cane juice being pumped into these vessels, where it is subjected to low-pressure conditions. After the evaporation process, eventually reaching a sugar content of approximately 65%. Once the sugarcane juice has been evaporated into a thick syrup, the next crucial step is to extract the actual sugar crystals. These centrifuge machines spin at incredibly high speeds, creating a strong centrifugal force that separates the solid sugar crystals from the remaining molasses. As the syrup is fed into the centrifuge, the crystals are pushed outward and collected, while the liquid molasses is drained away. This process ensures the efficient separation of pure sugar crystals. After the sugar crystals are separated in the centrifuge, they're still slightly moist and clumped together. To fix this, the crystals are sent through a large rotating dryer. This machine gently tumbles the sugar while blowing warm air through it. helping to remove any remaining moisture and break up the clumps. The result? Dry, free-flowing sugar crystals that are ready for storing and packaging. Sugar is packaged in a variety of formats, each tailored to fit different needs and uses. Large industrial sacks, ranging from 25 kilograms to over a ton, are commonly used in factories, commercial kitchens, and for export. Medium-sized bags, usually between 1 to 5 kilograms, are the go-to option for households, ideal for everyday cooking and baking. Meanwhile, the mini-size sachets are perfect for cafes, restaurants, and on-the-go use. Sugarcane sugar is one of the most widely used sweeteners in the world. It's known for its clean, natural sweetness and rich flavor profile, forming the base for countless desserts, drinks, and sauces.